I'm going to do a video on proportionality and, more importantly, the multiple ways you can represent proportional relationships. And I'm going to do this through using an example. I'm going to do actually two examples. So it says, at a store, I bought 2 hot dogs for $2.50. The next day, I want to know the price of 12 hot dogs. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a table of values. And I'm going to show you. I'm going to start with X and Y. And X is going to be the number of hot dogs I bought. So hot dogs. And Y is going to be the cost in dollars. So if I buy 0 hot dogs, it should cost me $0. If I bought 2 hot dogs, I don't know the price of 1 hot dog, but if I bought 2 hot dogs, it should cost me $2.50. And we know that because that was in our story here. Now I could continue on and say, all right, well, if I bought 2 hot dogs for $2.50, then 4 hot dogs would be $5, and 6 hot dogs would be $7.50. Means 8 hot dogs would be $10. 10 hot dogs would be $12.50. And then 12 hot dogs should cost me $15. Now, what you'll notice is each time I just doubled the number of hot dogs. So I could just double the number of dollars. Because this is a proportional relationship, there's an easy way to figure out whether or not this is proportional. First of all, you can just see, does that always work? Double, 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 double. But it also has to contain the point 0, 0. It must contain the point 0, 0 in order for it to be really proportional. The other thing you can do is you can pick any 2 values. Let's say, well, let's not pick that one. Let's say $4 and $5, and then 10 and $12.50. And if you cross multiply, 5 times 50 equals, 5 times 10 equals 50, and 4 times 12.50 equals 50. If cross multiplication works for any 2 points, except for 0, 0, then you have a proportional relationship. And once again, I'll just take a quick look at 4 and 8. Let's see, 4 times 10 is 40, 5 times 8 is 40. So once again, it works. All right, so that's the way you can check for a table. Now, there's something else that's useful in a table. Half of 2 would be 1 hot dog. Half of $2.50 would be $1.25, which means my unit rate is always Y over X. So I would have $1.25 per hot dog. All right, so my unit rate is the cost per 1 hot dog, and it's $1.25. Well, the constant of proportionality is also K equals Y over X, which means my constant proportionality is exactly the same as my unit rate. So you just divide the Y value by the X value. And by the way, if you divide 5 divided by 4, you'll get 1.25, which is $1.25 per hot dog. So that's how we use the table. Now, the equation for a proportional relationship is this. This is where it's all connected, and it's actually really quite nice. The equation is Y equals KX. Well, you don't know what K is originally, but here's the deal. K is your constant of proportionality, or the unit rate. Doesn't matter what you really call it, but there it is. All you have to do to find K is divide Y divided by X. So here we get Y equals 1.25X. Now I'm going to show you why that's useful in a second. Well, actually, I'll show you why it's useful right now. In our question, it says, I want to know the price of 12 hot dogs. Well, if you didn't want to make up this table, but you knew what the constant of proportionality is, you could say, all right, X represents the number of hot dogs I want. So you could say Y equals 1.25 times 12. Well, sure enough, when you multiply 1.25 times 12, you're going to get $15. Now, I'm going to graph this. And I just want to show you real quick what this actually all means. If I take a look at my table, I have the point 0, 0. Oh, by the way, my x is number of hot dogs. Remember, the x-axis is always the horizontal one, and the y-axis is always going to be your vertical one. And I have the cost in dollars. So if I bought 0 hot dogs, it would cost me $0. Now, it's kind of hard because I have these weird points, like 1 and 1.25, 2 and 250. So I'm going to skip this. I'm going to go right to $4. 4 hot dogs cost me $5. I know that 8 hot dogs cost me $10, so I'm just going to put these graphs. And here's a nice thing about proportional relationships. Because they're proportional, their graph is always a straight line. All right, so I'm going to show you However, it's sometimes a little bit tricky to do it with the materials I have. So there's my straight line. And my graph is y equals $1.25 x. Now, it's a little bit hard to see. What happens here? It's a little bit hard to see this, but you'll notice, actually, it's not too bad. You'll notice on my graph, the point right here is 1 and 1. Is 1 and 125. It's a little bit hard to see when my graph isn't zoomed in, but because it is zoomed in, you can see it's not at 1, 1, it's at 1 and 125. And the reason why I bring this up is because your unit rate is y over x, and it's $1.25 for 1 hot dog. Well, that means when x is 1, your unit rate, or your constant of proportionality, is the y value. So I'm going to take a quick look at another example. Let's say I'm listening to a song on repeat, and the song is 3 minutes long. So it says the equation y equals 3x represents the number of y minutes for x songs. I think I have that backwards. So I'm going to say y songs for 3 minutes. Nope. Yeah. Oops. Y songs. No, I had that right. Well, let's see. Maybe I had this wrong. Maybe I had to redo the whole thing. So if I played one song, yes. So if I played one song, it would be 3 minutes long. So I'm going to show you X, Y. So this is a number of songs. And this is minutes. So if I listen to 0 songs, 3 times 0, y equals 3 times 0, I would get 0. If I listen to 1 song, y equals 3 times 1, I would get 3. So if I listen to 1 song, it would be 3 minutes. If I listen to 2 songs, y equals 3 times 2, it would be 6 minutes. And I'm going to do one more. If I listen to 3 songs, it would be 9 minutes. So now I can take this, I can say, all right, X is the number of songs played, number of songs, and Y is the minutes listened, right? Minutes. And I'm going to put in my points 0, 0, 1, 3, 2, 6, 3, 9, and then I'm going to use my ruler. And I'm going to graph these. I'm going to attempt to graph these. There we go. Well, that's not There we go. That's pretty good, actually. Oh, darn it. That's gonna have to be good enough. All right, that's not that bad. So put my ruler away. So y equals 3x. And you can see, once again, starts at 0, 0. And at 1, when I listen to one song, it's 3 minutes long. So once again, that is my unit rate, or also known as the constant of proportionality. But we knew that because the equation was y equals 3x. Y equals 3x. And remember, 3 is found by k over x. I'm sorry. K is equal to y over x, which would be 3 over 1. So my unit rate, which is right here, would be 3 minutes per song. I hope this helps. I hope it clears things up. And that is that.